Hey, before we start the video today, I just want to say thank you guys for watching and clicking on the video. If you would like to support me even further than just watching and liking the videos, I do have memberships now for my channel. There are 3 different tiers, so pretty much it's just a little bit of extra benefits in addition to the videos, behind the scenes stuff, custom comment emojis, stuff like that. Just kind of fun things to show me that who you guys are, and at the same time too, it's really supporting the channel a little more than just kind of typically watching a video. I want to thank my first and only, so far, channel member, Beef Supreme. What an epic name, man. I appreciate your support there. And anyone else, I really do appreciate you guys watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and anyone who joins, I really appreciate it. So with that being said, let's get to the video. Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Ryan with IowaClassicCars, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to clean out and install the front bumper on this auction find 1959 Impala in Gothic Gold and Arctic White. Really cool car, really solid car, one of the better cars of the auction. You guys saw this car a couple weeks ago here on the channel. A lot of 59s at this guy's place. This was the only car we could bring home, unfortunately. All the other ones brought pretty good money. It's a 348 car, automatic on the column. But anyways, guys, let's get into this thing. Let's get started. All right, so a couple weeks ago, you guys saw this car again, but I'm just going to show you just to kind of recap here. The floors are pretty solid. It does have a little bit of crust in it. But really, this was the most complete car and one of the better, more solid cars in the bunch. It's got a 1960 Impala back seat lower, but the correct 59 Impala upper. Old Felix, he's checking out the old Chevrolet, aren't you, buddy? Yeah. It's a two-tone car, factory two-tone. Trunk lid is not original, obviously, but it is pretty nice. Trunk's got some rust in it. I'll be kind of surprised to see how much this actually cleans up here. A couple 1960 hubcaps. Never hurts to have those in the fleet. And then here's the other side. A little bit of damage in the door right there. But other than that, it's a really nice straight car. So first thing we're going to do is clean this thing out, top to bottom, front to back. And then I'm going to show you guys how to install a 59 Impala bumper. Obviously, if you guys are car guys, you guys can figure out how to put a bumper on. But if you're brand new to it, it is kind of tough, kind of tricky. So we'll knock it out. But anyways, here we go. All right, so the floor pans are a little worse than I thought they were going to be, but they're still not terrible. If you wanted to do this car right, you'd fix all 4 floor pans, that's for sure. You can see here the toe pans are kind of knocked out of it. The rear floor pan, though, is really nice and solid. I don't see any holes there in that one. And if we come around here to the other side, I still have not gotten to the trunk yet. I'm afraid that the trunk will be a little worse than I think. A little better lighting over here. You can see how nice and solid that rear floor pan is, but toe pans are gone. And then same thing right here. They're not gone 100%, but there are some holes, and it is starting to go. Regardless, though, what a beautiful dash and a beautiful car overall. All right, so I knew the trunk had some rust. A little worse than I thought it was going to be. You know, this brace is pretty crusty here. Obviously, the spare tire well is gone. That's pretty much to be expected. But really, to do this car right, you probably have to replace the whole pan. Even though, you know, you can't see any holes right in the middle section here. I'm sure once you start, you know, wire wheeling it, it'll show some more cancer. So, not a terrible trunk really for an original, but still, if you wanted to fix this car right, you would most likely want to replace the full trunk floor. We did take about half a bag worth of stuff out of this thing. A lot of leaves, a lot of debris, which that definitely did not help it. I mean, you can see right here just how crusty it really is. But nonetheless, it's savable. All right, guys, so now that this car is all cleaned out, we're gonna put this front bumper on. And you know, it's not perfect, but it's pretty dang nice. So the way to do this obviously is to have two people, but if you don't, you'll need a floor jack because the floor jack is your friend. You'll need four, I believe those are 9/16 coarse thread bolts. I just went to True Value and bought those 1.5 and 4 nuts. Now this bumper does not have it, but usually it would have a reinforcement kicking out from the bumper to the frame. So if you have that, obviously it's just probably a 3-inch bolt, and you'll need that as well. But because I don't have it, I'm just going to show you guys how to kind of manhandle this thing on there. All right, so once you've got it kind of roughly positioned there, what I do, I always try to just do one side at a time. So that side, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but this side just needs to come in and forward just a tiny bit. So I'm probably gonna work on this side first, just trying to kind of manhandle it over, keeping one hand on the bumper, the other hand trying to move it so it stays on the floor jack. One thing to note, the fenders have a fender extension and then this bracket that goes through the fender extension to the corner of the bumper. You have to take these off or they won't, the bumper won't clear. So that side, the passenger side is close. I've got to get this that fender extension off of there, and I got to work the bumper in this way to kind of get it to square up. And the hammer or the rubber mallet is your friend because these are very, very tight. All right, that side, the driver's side is really, really close. And so is this side. Yeah, I'm binding up on this fender extension right here, so I'm gonna have to work that one a little bit, but we are close. I'm gonna try to get a bolt in this side if I can. There we go. That one is through. Come on. I can't see the other one. All right. Oh. And the other one is through. So hell, that's taking about 5 minutes. And I've already got half of it done. might do, yeah. So you can put the bolt so the head is going in this way, but with the steering box and stuff like that in the way, kind of makes it a little difficult. So on the one closest to the steering box, I'm going to have the bolt head facing out. All right, and just don't have any torque specs on these things yet because the other side has to be moved around. Literally 15 minutes by myself. And there we go. You know, so the hardest part about these, honestly, is just they're so long and heavy. And doing it by yourself is kind of daunting. But if you have a good floor jack and just a little bit of patience, I mean, look how much better that looks now. And that bumper is really nice and straight. Yeah, it needs a little bit of cleaning, you know, and it needs some lower valances, but the car looks 10 times better than it did when we started this video. All right, everyone. Well, it's kind of a quick video today. I'm really not feeling the best the last about week here, so I'm sure you guys can tell with my voice, I sound a whole lot more hoarse. But we didn't find anything super spectacular in the car. Got 2 sets of hood hinges, an original bumper jack, the knee knocker on the passenger side, which is missing, a couple turn signal trims, and a window crank. Oh, come on, buddy. Cats are so nice, but man, they just get behind your feet. We have a non-original jack and then 2 60 hubcaps. Kind of a quick one though, like I said. I got the bumper done, got it cleaned out. Car did clean up pretty nice. You know, it needs full floors and trunk. Pretty much to be expected on an old car that's 63 years old. But nonetheless, definitely a good project here. So when I get a good bumper, we'll put the rear bumper on, probably in a future video. I've got a few, but just nothing nice enough to put on this car. Pop that dent out of the door and work on that 348. So thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy it, leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment with your questions, concerns, opinions on this car. Leave it stock or, you know, redo it, LS motor, big wheels and tires, lay it out in air. Let me know your opinion, how you guys would take this car. And if you're brand new, subscribe, as I like to document all of my old car finds, and I'm always dragging something home. So thank you all for watching. My name is Ryan. This is Felix with Iowa Classic Cars. I will catch you guys next time.